Hi, I'm Natalie and welcome back to my channel Sew Stitch Sew. Thank you if you're a returning subscriber or you've come over from Instagram. Hello and welcome and thank you. Today I've got quite a lot to show you. I've got fully finishes, whips, plans, haul, March Madness results. So yeah, quite a bit going on today. And I've just been filming for about the last 5-10 minutes and not hit record, so let's go. So my first fully finish, I think I mentioned in a previous video, was this one. So I've got it all framed up now. This was a dimensions kit, and just used all the bits that were supplied with the kit and the frames just off Amazon. I think I mentioned in a previous video I'd seen somebody had stitched that, and I really liked it and thought, oh, I'd like to stitch that, and then went to my finishes drawer and realised I'd already stitched it, so just decided to fully finish it. My next finished is a kit by Sophie Crafts. She's in the UK, she's got an Etsy shop and her own website. There's lots of patterns to have a look at on there. She has got some PDF patterns on her Etsy, but I'm not sure if they're on her website, but mainly kits. And you've got the option of including the hoop as well. And this is stitched on 14 count white Aida. The kit comes with everything: threads, thread holder, needle, and then I just stitched my knitters on the back and the ear it was finished. This was part of a charity event for the air ambulance, not my local air ambulance, but I just wanted to get on board. I just love the pattern. There is also another pattern that goes with this, but I haven't got that with me at the minute, and that's not fully finished. My next finish is my first go at a flat fold, and I use the Sewmesarah tutorial for this, and that is La Finestra del Tempo, and that's January, and I've got plans to catch up. We're now stitching September, which you'll see in my whips in a short while. I've also finished August. And the reason I'm pausing is I know I've not shown it on here, and I think I've taken it. I'm just going to have to get that. So next was the Still City Stitchers March Madness. I've not put the winner on there, but I think last time you saw me, these two were about to go head to head, or that contest was on at that point. So the one that went through to the end was the Sloth Biscornu. So that's the pattern, and I stitched this on 18 count white Aida. Not quite the call for threads, I just stitched from stash, and then I bought these little buttons off eBay, just little wooden ones. I just put my initials and year on the back there. Really love this, although the frog did visit a few times, and given that it was symmetrical, I thought it was probably best to redo the bits that were slightly out, like too much in the body or not enough in the body, or the body in the wrong place. It was all going on. But yeah, absolutely love this. Putting the biscornu together, easier than I thought, and I'll link Cheryl's tutorial from Tiny Modness. I watched her video and put it all together, and it's just got some like polyester fibre fill in there that I'd had for an absolute age and not done anything with. So yeah, absolutely love that. First biscornu, which is sitting on top of my sewing box downstairs at the minute. The other one that I did some work on that you haven't seen was Mill Hill Halloween night, and I can't remember where I was last time. There's a needle hanging. Yeah, I think I came and did this pink bit down here. Really like that, but it's probably going to go away for a little bit until the Mill Hill urge strikes me again, which it does every so often. Next, I did the next part of my crystallised cell, which I should have done in March, but because I was doing the March Madness that didn't happen. So there is another part released of this, which I've not stitched yet, and then there's another release later this month. I think it's the 17th, I did have a look. So I finished this last night. Ooh, it's getting big. So the one you haven't seen is this obsidian. I've not put it on Instagram yet either. So part 1, part 2, part 3, and then we've gone across to part 4. Part 5 is down here, and I can't remember what it is, but by the next time you see it I would have completed that. Now there's a statement. So I'll talk about that when I get to plans. I'm just flitting between the two main cells that I'm really enjoying at the minute, which is this one and the La Fenestral del Tempo. Sorry, I wasn't going to do that. Right, just a moment. Now, so just ran upstairs and it's behind you on the sofa. So this is August, and like I say, this should have been done last month, but I was doing the March Madness. So yeah, that's all stitched up really quick. Love that koala. And the ice cream cart actually. So that is August, but I probably should have been in finishes, but I realised I didn't have it with me. And I'm currently working on September, which looks like, take a look at this. Which is part 3 of this series of charts now. So that's September. So that's where I'm at. I was hoping to get the hedgehog done last night, but it didn't happen. He's not far off. So I only started that last night. And I finished the crystallised cell last night and then jumped straight onto this. So then next, I'll link the, there's a hashtag like Fenestral del Tempo with that last one, and Crocette Gogo is on Etsy, and I can let me put the season charts it's called. It is, yeah. So it's just that one. And then I worked on What Remains by Blackbird Designs. Actually stitched on that on Mother's Day actually in the UK was last Sunday. So yeah, slow progress, but it's coming along. I'm part of the Mother's Love Cell. Yeah, and just sort of, I think I filled in this bit, did a bit more here, and then came across to here. There's like a plant pot thing. Loved the house. The heart has got some satin stitches in. I'm trying to work my way around the chart, but just being conscious that I know there's some speciality stitches in there, but the pattern doesn't highlight that so much, so I'm just being careful of what I'm stitching when I'm stitching it. And I know a lot of people started with the border, but I decided to start in the centre and go up, which is fine. But it's just trying to keep my bearings as to like which are the speciality stitches and which aren't. Next is my 2x2 stitch art, and this is called Sample of 15. This is what mine looks like. Oops. Just tuck that in. So you see I've finally closed the loop on the border here, and I've now come into the centre. So this is the complete outer border. I'm just working my way through this section. If I can find a picture of a full one, I'll put it up here. I'm not sure if her Etsy shop is open currently, because she's a UK designer, and I didn't know that at the time I purchased the pattern. It was only afterwards when I saw the list coming out of the Ukrainian designers, so I was like, oh. And then I have since purchased some more, which were in my last video, maybe the video before. My next, I want to say it's a stitch along, but it's not. It's like a temperature tracker by Stitching Mummy. What's this one? So I've not started on April yet. And you can tell where we had a warm patch in March. It's now gone cold again. Weather is a bit bizarre at the minute. So you'll see lots more blues coming back out. But really enjoying that. I keep looking at the bookshelf one, going, oh, I like that one more. And then I see the, not asteroids, can't think of the name of the game. If I can find it, I'll put a picture in. Space Invaders, that's the one. So that might be next year's temperatures. The other one I also worked on Mother's Day was Mary Mary Needleworker. It was just calling to me. Oops. And this is by Lindy Stitches. I've just realised I'm not telling you all the fabrics, so if you've got any questions just let me know. The temperature tracker's on a 14 count aider, I think. The sampler's on a 15 count aider, and then the Mother's Love Cell was a full kit when it was available from Traditional Stitches, and it's on a Weeks Dye Work straw 37 count, and then the silks that were dyed for the kits, and then La Finestra del Tempo's on a 32 count. It's a Wygart tote, and that's just from Amazon. So this is Lindy Stitches. And this is where I'm up to. So I've done a bit more work on the shoe and the lace. So not much, but I just wanted to get some more stitches into it. I think last time I left it, I'd had to pick out some stuff and just left it as it was when I picked it out, and hadn't gone back to it. So it's nice to work on that, just to get a bit more progress on it. Right, so that's the end of the whips. I've got one new start, and this is actually a gift. I'll just find a picture of and put the finished one up here. And this is where I'm up to. I decided to do it monochromatic. I hadn't actually realised that there's actually 3 colours within it, but I think it looks very monochromatic anyway. This is on a 16 count Zweigart pewter, from, I think it was from Florashell actually. Yeah. So yeah, I need to get a frame for this ready for May. So I've got 10 of the month to finish this. It's actually stitching up quite quickly. So there's like a motif up here, and I'm going to come across to do the other motif, and then down here, and then get the writing in. And this needle minder, oops, is from Stitch on Me on Etsy. I don't know anybody else that's doing the like full metal with the hole in, so I've just got, because I'm working monochromatic, I've just got that one colour in there. So I'll just pull off a length and then put it on there and then use it up and then get another length, which is actually quite handy. Right, on to plans. So, something I came across on Instagram, and this was during Nashville Needle Market, was Wild Violet, the Primitive Notions Tarot, Primitive Tarot Notions and Needle Book, but I'll put a picture up. But you'll see on the bottom of there, there's the Stitcher Ripper. I can never remember the other one. Yeah, you'll see on the bottom there, it's got the Snipper, Ripper and Snipper. Now I saw a picture of project bag on Instagram, and I really liked it, and I just naturally assumed that it was a Stitch product, but it wasn't actually. It's a bag that she's actually selling on her Etsy shop. Now I'm based in the UK, and I was a bit like, actually I'd like to still do that, but I don't want to pay for a bag. So I've bought this. I've got some like cream canvas that I'm going to stitch on, and then I've just bought some waste canvas. Now I haven't sized it up yet, so I don't know which one I'm going to use yet, either the 14 count or the 16 count. I have used waste canvas before, but it's been a while, and it was only a small project, so I'll let you know how I get on with that. But that is in my plans. Another project, oops, sorry, all the stuff's down on the floor in front of me. Another project I've got is a wedding sampler, and this is for the beginning of June. And I'll link to the Etsy shop below. but this is the one I've gone for. They've also got like a white and grey option as well, but this is the one I've gone for. And I'm trying to decide whether to do it on the 32 count Murano even weave in taupe, which is what the La Finestra del Tempo is stitched on, or the Belfast linen. Oops. Belfast linen 32 count. I think they both look great. But you know when it's a gift for someone else and you just want it to look the way they want it to look. So they're having a bit of a rustic wedding, but she's a bit more sort of modern, so I don't, and I think it'd look nice on the taupe. But part of me wants to stitch on the Belfast linen. So yeah, if you've got any comments, let me know, because I'm struggling to decide which one to do it on. But that one won't get done until I've completed the Dungeon Master. And possibly something else as well, but while trying to keep up with the stitch-alongs. So, post-filming Natalie. The other thing I forgot to mention was I'm going to take part in FFO Mania with Penny's daughter Shares, Michele. So if you'd like to come and join us for that, great. So I'll be finishing off La Finestra del Tempo, my owl scissor fob and keep. I've got a whole list of things, so hopefully you'll join me for that, and follow the hashtag on Instagram, which I'll link below. I think we are on to haul. So if you're not here for that, that's fine. I'll wish you goodbye and thank you for joining me. If you want to stick around for haul, that's fine too. Right, so I think I mentioned last time I bought some PDF patterns on Etsy with the Stitch for Ukraine tag. So I bought Stitchy Princess Forest Owls. Sorry, the printers mangled it again. Forest Foxes. I can't remember what this one's called, but the name of shop is Cross Stitch Pictorial. I haven't decided what I'm doing with that one, but I've got ideas in my head. Same with this one, which is Counting the Stars. I bought the gingerbread alphabet and this full coverage piece, which is daisies. That one I plan to experiment with. I have got one full coverage, but I'm not sure which fabric I'm going to do that on yet. Probably a white, but I'm not sure what count yet. And then I've been looking at some patterns on Instagram, or actually I think I started looking on Etsy to do with camping, because both my sons have been camping with beavers and cubs over the last couple of weekends. So I picked up this one, and I also picked up that one. So I've kind of got a semi-project in mind. And then when I signed up for the newsletter, they also gave me like a 10% off voucher. And I also quite like the look of these two, which is Garden and a wolf. Why I keep getting drawn to black things stitched on black, I don't know. I'm willing to have another go, but that's another story. I also picked up my first long dog sampler, which is the chest one, which is Opening Gambit. And I've seen this quite a lot on Bernie's channel, Hooking and Stitching. Yeah, I might keep it traditional. I think I might do the black on white, but haven't quite fully committed to that idea yet, so we'll see. And I also saw this on Amber's channel. Oh, it's gone. I'll link it down below. Which is the Mary Poppins one, which says, open different doors, you may find a you there that you never knew was yours. And it's got anything can happen at the bottom. I really like Mary Poppins, and I was in a show probably when I was about 9, singing and dancing. Yeah, you're not going to catch me singing and dancing now. But yes, that memory still lingers with me, and I thought I'd like to stitch that. And I think I would do it on like a grey fabric, but I haven't quite decided what yet. And part of me is kicking myself because I saw some what would have been perfect fabric by the Stitchy Ferret on Etsy, but I think it's sold out now. I'll do hair stuff next. I saw this morning, due to the changes at Etsy, she set up her own website, so you can order from her directly now. But I got these when they were on sale the other week, and if you've seen on Instagram, you've probably seen these. Which are these? But yeah, she had a gorgeous grey fabric. That's a current one. She is clearing out the stock on Etsy at discount, so if you want anything, head over there. I also put in an order with Lakeside Needlecrafts. I was buying some fabric anyway, but I also get Regally, and saw this one. I've been eyeing it up for a while, but I also saw that Lakeside were offering these as a kit, so I went ahead and got that. So this is just a print out of Regally, and I opted for all the fabric. There's a clock mechanism in there, and then all the threads, and it also comes with a needle as well. And that's actually by Cheryl McKinnon, Tiny Modernist again. I have got a few of her other patterns as well. 2 more biscornus, and the Seasons one that Erin off Steel City Stitches did. I've got that one as well in my stash. The other thing that I printed off was a little baby chart. One of my colleagues is having a baby in June, so I'm hoping to get this done. I think it's relatively small, quick stitch. So I know Lauren, that name's gone too. Stitching Bunny, possibly. I'll link her below. She's just finished this, but she'd done it on. She had a problem with the fabric, so she ended up doing it in a different, like an oval shape, because the stitches were rectangular rather than square. But I think she'd done it on a dyed fabric, whereas I'll probably just do it on like plain white Ada, and then I've got some hoops, so I can finish that off relatively easily. I also put an order in with Lovecrafts, and they were doing a sale on paint box threads, so I got the blue batch. I've not used these before, so I just need to come up with a piece that will show off all these lovely colours. So yeah, looking forward to using those. Then I I also just get stitching was having a sale on Etsy again. That's her card. She's also on Instagram as well. Beautifully packaged. And I just bought the, oops, sorry, crinkle crinkle, thread drops. My caterpillar box came in as well. I'm not going to show that this time, only because I know they're still on their way out to everyone, so I don't want to have any spoilers. Also, part of Mother's Day, I did get some gifts. I got some chocolate that I haven't eaten yet, and I also got the Be Kind needle minder, which my husband had ordered actually off Amazon, which I didn't realise they were on Amazon now. But yeah, they also ordered me pincushion. I'll just open this up. So yeah, just little hedgehogs. As you can see, I love this way more than this, but it will get used. Yeah, I think that they like the idea of sticking the pins in to make it a proper hedgehog, but it's not brilliantly made. And let's move on. So my final bit of haul, which I don't think had come in, oops, last time I saw you, was the Erica Michaels sampler book. Now this was a unicorn chart for me. I'd seen it on Instagram, realised it had been a stitch along with a shop in Australia. Hadn't quite clocked on how old it actually was. It's actually, I think it was the early 2000s it was originally released. 2006, possibly earlier actually, because I think that might have been a re-release as well. But it's this one, so I've just taken a working copy of it. There's a lot of different linens in there. It's not for the faint-hearted. It's definitely a more intermediate to advanced stitch, and then finishing it off as well. So yeah, so I've got all the linens. I just need to decide what cottons I'm going to use now. I've done a complete conversion on it, apart from the black on the front, that is it. So it used it, the original one used rainbow silk, and it's then been converted to Splendor silk, but I'm going to do it in Stitch from Stash DMC, and it's a long list. Some of the colours are repeated. If I'll put a picture of the fabric laid out here. So the idea is you do 2 letters next to each other, fold them in half, that makes the page, and then you put the cover around it and ribbon it all together. So yeah, you'll definitely see that in the future. Like I said, I've done a complete colour conversion on the fabric. I don't think I've even kept one original fabric actually. No, there is some actually. So it's a mixture of Zweigart, Witchell, Lakeside linens. I've gone for all Zweigart apart from one, which was the Star Sapphire by Permin. which is like a very soft green that you see, that was just in the picture. And I think, I can't remember if I picked the lemon or the pink. I think it was the lemon I decided to put in the end. So I brightened it up slightly, whereas this is a lot of like browns and neutrals. So yeah, look forward to seeing that. That's going to take me a while. So there's 22 squares effectively, because X, Y and Z are on the same page. So 11 double page spreads to stitch, and the cover, and then I've got to put it all together. So it's a long-term project, which is why it's living in this. Yeah. Once I get to the end, I'm happy to share my conversions, but it is a bit of a beast. So watch this space. It's got speciality stitches in it as well, which is what I haven't said. So each page has got like A for acorn, and I've got a picture that will. And I show can't really show that. I'll try and put a picture in to see what I'm saying, but like it's got A for acorn, and then it's got Iberian owlet at the bottom, and that is stitch 1/1. And it's obviously got the speciality stitches in it as well, which moves around the positioning on each page as well. But beautiful colours, looking forward to stitching it. Like I say, and that was my unicorn chart. Yeah, like I said, I don't know why I'm drawn to stitching on black when the reality is I find it quite difficult. Definitely a daytime thing to do. So I think that's it for today. Thank you for staying with me if you stayed this long. In terms of next Flosstube, probably 2 to 3 weeks. We've got the kids break up for Easter this week, and things have died down a little bit at work, so hopefully I'll get another one in before the end of the month, and I'll show you where I'm up to La Finestra del Tempo and the crystallised sal. I've not stitched on the Netflix sal for 2 months because I'm not into the programs that are on there, so I'm just waiting to see what comes out, I think, before I carry on. And then the Chronicles of Narnia stitch is finished, so I've got to carry on with that. But I have been listening to the audio book, which has been great. So yeah, I want to get back to that. Lots of plans, lots of things to stitch, not so much time. Yeah, I'm rambling, so it's time to go. Thank you, stay happy, stay stitching. Bye for now.